as I grow, I do want to do more interviews for males, because I
Okay.
feel like we don't hear enough from y'all. And so
I agree.
from years, it's always been women talking and women expressing themselves. And the older I get, I start to realize that we really do overlook men feelings.
Hmm.
We overlook their emotions, slash feelings, but their point of view. And I just want to be better with understanding, because I feel like us as women, we miss it.
Hmm.
And I do feel like at times, it's hard for us to take accountability. And that's huge. And as I grow, I start to realize, like, do we really listen?
Hmm. Hmm.
You get what I'm
That's a
saying?
good. That's a good.
Like, are we really listening, or is it a selfish way of saying only my needs matter? And so I never want to be that type of woman. And I never want my daughter to be that type of woman. So it's like this is all designed to help us grow. But I definitely feel like we need to hear from the males. And I wanted to hear, and I trust your point of view because we've done podcasts
Absolutely.
before.
Absolutely.
That was another journey that we enjoyed, but we did podcasts, and even on that podcast, I always admired how you was always willing to keep it
Hmm.
real, and we don't have enough of that in today's
Hmm.
society, right?
Hmm.
So this was important for me to get your point of view on the dating scene in this day and age, like from a male's point of view. What is that like from your view? And mind you, we listen and we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge because we need to start hearing them instead of we just need to start listening more. So I want to know, what is that like from your point of view, a male, a older male
Hmm.
in this generation, a mature male
Okay.
in this generation. um how is that dating for you right now? What do women look like through your eyes?
Wow. Well, first and foremost, like I'm 46, so it's definitely like for me, I look at things like a little different now. As far as like, I'm gonna speak for my personal experience, go what I go through on a day-to-day basis
Okay.
with dating. I feel like it's like an illusion of you got endless options, whereas
Endless options, what do you mean when you say endless options?
like like between like social media, like coming on, going on social media, like you could just scroll and either whether you on the gram, whether you on like different social media platforms, or you might be on a dating site, whatever it is, it's just for men. It seems like it creates this illusion, like where it's like you got a lot of options. Like
Okay.
so, if one female start acting as if she, you could say, all right, and
Mhm.
you could just move on. Like
Mm.
that's how a lot of dudes is coming for me though. I think well my situation is it's like a trust, like a slight trust like issue where it's
Oh,
like
you
I
have,
don't
so wait, you're saying that you have trust issues?
yeah, well it kind of was like I'm scared to put my 100% into a relationship with a woman, and I'm being 100% faithful, loyal.
And why is that? But why is that? Like, what's the root of that feeling of you feeling like you can't trust that? Like, where did all of that come from?
I think throughout the years of me seeing other people personal experiences, seeing certain times when a woman, their partner, for whatever reason, just might do something crazy, may go cheat, may go do whatever. And not saying that it wasn't warranted for whatever his actions are, but it just, I don't know. Like it's something, I don't know if it's. I have went through some experiences where women have like violated the trust a little bit. So that was years ago. So now I just think for me, shit that I'm hearing about recent, just things, you know, you in a relationship and you putting your best foot forward, and then for whatever reason, she steps out.
Right? Give me a view of how women are looked at in today's day and age, right?
Money
And what
hungry.
I mean when I say that, we had that 90s type of love, right?
Mm-hmm.
That 90s type of love where women might not have required as much, maybe a nice walk in the park.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Or maybe something as simple as somebody bringing lunch to your job or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. That type of love, right? But now we're living in today's society. What I'm asking you is, when it comes to a male, a mature male that is still single,
Mm-hmm.
correct? You're
Yes.
single,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, how is that dating scene for, are you looking for something serious? Would you like to have something serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, a mature male at your age, what does that dating scene look like through your eyes? That's what I'm saying.
Competitive. Like as far as like definitely, I feel like you definitely in this day and age, you definitely got to become financial. Like it's like
Oh, so for a woman to take you serious, you feel like
uh,
you gotta have some type of
oh,
bread?
absolutely.
Mm.
And it's like in their defense, women's defense, like when you reach a certain age, I do I do feel like it's certain things that like I would look for in a woman, so I can't knock women for looking for certain things when it comes to a man. Like they want some type of financial freedom, financial stability, whatever the case. I get it, but it's to the extreme with certain things. Like
Okay,
it's to the
explain the certain things.
I saw something on just recently today or something where a woman put a post up, but she had an issue. She went on a date, and the guest, the man, paid for it on his
Mhm.
Apple Pay,
Okay.
and she just
Oh, and she
posts,
was upset.
yeah, like I will never.
Right.
So
She
like,
was upset that the man paid for the Apple Pay and she did make a whole rant. But go
right,
ahead. Go ahead.
and I didn't understand like in my mind like so it's crazy if you go some in the comments, a couple of women were like, I don't know what she talking about, sis. You making all of us look bad. Like you just
Right.
like what do you? I feel like, and I speak to a lot of my boys, and we in the same age group, and some of them single too. And it's like I be thinking that's what it. Sometimes it boiled down to that, whereas like you just feel like you inadequate. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Which is crazy because you could feel like you inadequate. Meanwhile, you holding yourself down. You could be holding your child or children down, but
Right.
for whatever reason, you know, maybe not enough trips are being taken. You know,
Mm.
maybe her last guy or whatever was taking her on trips or buying her bags, whatever he might have been doing. Now you trying to match up to that, and it's like, why should I have to match up to that though? Like why?
Right.
Like I don't want to bash social media, but
No, yes, you do want to
I
bash
do feel
social
like
media.
a lot
You
of
want
it,
to bash social media,
a
so
lot of
bash
that
social
shit
media.
do got, you know what I mean? It
Because
do.
this is one thing, this is a comfortable zone.
Hmm.
Like, this is a comfortable zone, and we just got to be honest. It's okay if that's what you feel like doing. If you feel like
Yeah,
bashing social
it's
media,
definitely
you going to bash social media. Because if
definitely
I
got
feel
something to
like
do with it.
bashing it, I'm going to
You
bash
gonna
it.
bash it like
Everything is competitive, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you're feeling like, or you're saying, in a better terms,
hmm
that because of social media, dating has become a lot more competitive.
hmm
Because if you're not presenting what social media is presenting, because let's be real, everybody wants to live the life.
Yeah,
Like, cut the bullshit.
yeah.
Like, everybody wants to live that life, whether you want to live it publicly or privately. But you want to live that life. Who does not
Hmm.
want luxury?
Absolutely.
Stop.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
And once you get a taste of luxury, it is
Hmm.
not the same. You don't want to go.
Well,
You don't want to
you
go
don't want to
back.
go back.
But what I want to get back to my point was, it has become, in this day and age, competitive for really, really nice guys that maybe can't offer you that, but is
Hmm.
willing to give you their all. Like,
Real.
is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's like you got somebody like me. I'm gonna keep it on me, but I'm sure I speak for other men. Like might have been in a position at one point in time where you were better off financially, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
might have been in this position. So you kind of looking at things from both sides because you see, like you be looking at some women like, oh damn, like back on such and such when I was doing this, I could I could have had her, but like, damn, you my age.
Right,
So
right,
now you're my age and you still kind of like sack chasing. You still running around trying to find these niggas that I say is like the highest bidder.
right,
And it's
right.
like,
Oh, the highest
damn.
bidder. That's a good one.
It's like, damn,
Shout
bro.
out to highest bidder.
Yeah, like so it's like kind of shifted where it's really not niggas ain't really focusing on like, being in faithful relationships. Now it's all about just poly. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Would you
like,
see yourself considering that? But we listen and we don't judge. Like it's
uh,
not for me because I would like my man to myself.
yeah.
And I personally feel like I represent at least like 3 wives. And that's real. Like I don't
Yeah.
feel like you need anyone else with me. I feel like I'm making up for all of them. Like that's just how I feel, and I'm not trying to be cocky, but I am aware
You confident.
very very aware at this age, especially of who I am. And so with that being said, I feel like I don't need that. Like I
Mhm.
feel like I make up for all three. So I'm not into anything like that. But would you consider yourself some like one
I've
that would be into
I've
that?
never even given it too much thought because I guess I would like to get one first and then see how that play out. But it's funny, one of my
What, one
boys,
woman or
woman, and see how
okay.
that play out at first. But one of my boys was just saying that he feel like he been in a relationship with his for like 2 years now, and then she even said like, I think you the type of man where you always gonna need more than one woman. Like
Wow.
she even said it or whatever. And he agrees. You know what I'm saying? But
But see, and that's the thing. You gotta do what works for you.
yeah,
Like you get
absolutely.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you gotta do what
That
works for
might work.
you.
That might.
That might
You got
work.
some women who like, oh, I never. Okay, cool.
And that's fine.
That,
Like they
but you
have
got,
to do
yeah.
like that's another thing. Like y'all gotta do what works for you. We living in a time where it's like it's no judgment. But be honest about what you're going into to the other person. You get what I'm saying? That always works for me. Like
Absolutely.
it's the simple things for me.
Mm-hmm.
Honesty is definitely
Number
number
one.
one because I don't come wanting to harm anybody and I expect nobody to want to harm me. But in all honesty, everybody has to do what works for them,
No, that's
right?
definitely yeah.
So and then it's all about living a happy life and being true to who you really are, but a lot of that stuff comes with a price too.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So you gotta weigh your options. Like,
You might
is that
lose some
what's making
people.
you
You
exactly?
might lose
Is
some
that
people.
genuinely what's making you happy? Like, you really gotta think about things like that. But I have to stay true for what works for me, you
And,
know?
and no, and look, Tiff, I agree with just about everything you just said. It's like at the end of the day, I think humans, we're social creatures by nature, so we
Correct.
definitely, thrive off of interaction. So if you do go an extended period of time, by yourself without a significant other, I do think I don't really know how healthy that is. And everyone got their different definition of extended periods of time, 1 year, 5 years, whatever it is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But it just seemed like in this day and age, it's like between this endless option thing where it's like, why I'm gonna chase her when I could, or females say the same thing as man niggas, I ain't gotta worry about you. And then it's like all about sex. So it's
Yeah.
like physical lust, it's mad bitches. I could do that. And I think that's where the relationships is getting lost at.
And
That's
it's a
that's the
lot of
options. That's them
variety,
options right there.
and
Like
it's variety for both
both.
parties. Like
Hell
it's
yeah.
varieties for the
For
men, it's
men and
varieties for
women.
women.
Hmm.
Like, not only do the men have options, the women's have
Women
options
definitely
too.
the hell like because we feel like women starting to move like how we move. So it's
Mhm.
like now it's like you said, it's options. So now women they on the same type of time men on.
Right. If I'm not interested, I won't even entertain you like that because I already know what's going to happen.
Hmm.
And I just feel like in today's society, you got to be careful playing with emotions like that because there's a lot of torn people out here.
What?
Okay? A lot of torn people. So that's why I was saying I wanted to know from a male's point of view, what does that look like for y'all? Like, is it depressing at sometimes that you feel like it's competitive out here? um like, do you lose hope? Do you feel like you have to lower your standards
Standards.
to be with somebody?
And
Like,
you figure what another issue we got? A lot of men like you be scared the wife. like we got pride, ego, so you scared the wife something
Mhm.
that if she got body, like you of course you ain't getting no virgin, but you be scared the
When she
wife
got bodies?
bodies as
Oh,
far
like
as like
as many men.
her
Okay,
her
check the
her
Carfax, check the
her motherfucking
Carfax.
resume. So now it's like,
Check that Carfax.
and where we from is kind of small.
Okay.
It's kind of small out there, so it's like you could be, you and your lady could be stepping out, and y'all in a spot, and it might be 3 or 4 dudes throughout her life. And you can't say she a hoe because if she in her 30s or 40s, and she, throughout her life, so it might be 2 dudes in there that she messed with pride.
Okay.
So it's like that could fuck a lot of niggas' heads up. Like
Yeah.
they, even though that was before you, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. But
That
still,
gotta be hard for
it,
y'all, right?
it, it
It's an
be
ego thing.
it's definitely ego. Yo,
Yeah.
I've kind of suppressed mine to the point where I don't know. That
What,
used to be
suppressed your ego?
is there where that situation might not get to me as much as it would have some years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's childish. That shit is like, bro, that's not, it got nothing to do with you. That was before you, but still,
Right.
it's just still something. You know what I mean? So
Right.
look, because look, if you lower your standards, you're gonna get something that you ain't really happy with, right? But
Yeah.
then the shit that you looking for is, and the shit that you might want is something that might look past you because they might want somebody that's more established. So it's like you in
Okay.
a situation where it's like, all right, like what you gonna do? You can
Yeah.
keep shooting your shot at these ones and could possibly be keep getting shut down.
Mm-hmm. What does that rejection feel like? Cause a man, like, let's just say he sees something cause y'all get rejected a lot.
Attractive women will never understand. A lot of women, period, won't
Okay.
never understand. Like that shit is like. I mean, I think, man, I think we build up a tolerance and a thick skin to it after a while. It's like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
that shit is like, yo, if you throughout the week you might just shoot your shot 10 times. Let's just say 10 times.
Right.
Times you might get shut down 8, 9, maybe all 10. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's a chance.
Wow.
It's like that shit could humble you. I mean,
Right.
you ain't supposed to stop. You're supposed to keep going, but
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
So on an average day, how many chicks do you guys inbox run through? What's the average you would say? Like how many females do y'all hit up in the inbox a day? Is it 10? Is it 5? And you just go for who bites the baits? How does that work for y'all?
Yeah, I would say for me, maybe like 3 to 5. I could see three. I know some dudes is way more. That ain't nothing. Like that's their primary way on how to get at is the inbox
Right.
or the
So,
DM.
but so
Like
you're saying on an average day, you guys would hit up like 5 chicks in the inbox and just wait for whoever bites the bait?
that's a very realistic scenario. It is. It's very realistic. You might got some niggas out there like, oh, that's some corny shit, but you definitely
Right.
got plenty niggas to do that.
Right.
Inbox game. That's their
Yeah.
game. The
Can I
inbox.
just say this was not planned? These outfits, like the blue and stuff, it was not
That's crazy. It's
planned.
even like orange right there. That's
Yeah, like
crazy.
it was not planned. So that was fun. Like it's just cool, but it's a little chilly in the office. So,
Little something.
but
Yeah.
yeah, it was just so funny because I invited him and introduce yourself.
Oh,
Tell
hello.
him what's
My
your
name is
name.
Stone. For everybody
Yes,
who's
yes, very intelligent. I always respect his point of views on things. And I've known him for a while. And I was like, you know what? I need somebody that's going to come in here and present for a lot of males that's maybe not so upfront with saying how they feel.
mhm.
So, yeah, we've done podcasts together, as I stated earlier. It's interesting because I always wanted to know, like, how many chicks do y'all hit up a day and just see who bite the
Just
bait?
see who
Like, because
bites
it's
it.
a game.
That shit is definitely a game. The DM games do be crazy. Like I've been with some of my niggas and see like the DM game is definitely inbox game.
Mhm.
That's they thing.
Right.
That's definitely they thing. And the shit is, I guess, like yeah, if it's working, if it's working, like usually the nigga it be working sometimes. It definitely I see the work how it works. So
Right.
you know what I mean. And it's crazy. It seemed like that take away a little bit because now it's like, and I went through this as far as being so used to writing or inbox and all that, not really. knowing how when you face to face, like when
Yeah.
you see something, you like, oh, you fumble because you so used to inbox, you could plan everything you
Yeah,
gonna
and
say.
then see that's the problem. Everybody's so used to communicating through inbox
Yeah,
texting.
it's less
It's taken
personal.
away. It's not
It's
personal.
taken
Can we
away.
get back
Yeah,
to being
it's taking
personal?
away that
Like seriously,
interaction.
can we get back to being personal because it's like that's what I require. I
Mm.
don't like the text messages all the time. Pick up the phone and call me. Let me hear your voice.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? I think that sometimes like women have forgot. I would have like to know how to stroke it, man. Either now I say stroke, like you, that might come off wrong, but like just to know you could listen to him. I
Mm.
think listen to they man for whatever reason. Like maybe he out in the street, maybe I don't know for what he out there doing, whatever he's into. Like niggas got feelings,
Mm.
like you know what I'm saying. And then to think that your dude got it all under control and that you the only one that need to do the venting and you the only one that need the shoulder is like that's crazy thing.
Mhm.
Because that shit is like that what niggas deal with a lot
Mhm.
on a day-to-day basis, right? So then it's like you getting beat up in the world and then you
Gotta
coming
come
home
home.
and able to embrace you, this and the third, and then there's drama there. And they be
Mm.
like, yo,
That's deep.
like it don't like when do it end? So you know, and I think that's what most men like, yo, like
So
the housewife.
basically a place that provides peace.
Absolutely, hell, you want your castle to be your like, yo, you want the wifey to, or your woman, your sister to be your best friend, right? Definitely your best friend. Y'all could go out, laugh, joke, kick
I
it.
like best
You know what I'm
friend
saying?
vibes.
That shit is dope. She a businesswoman.
Mm.
Look, all wrapped up in one. Just like you just said, like three women in one. So she your best friend. She a businesswoman. She stepping out, getting her own, doing her own money, doing her own thing, right? She's a housewife. And look, ladies, there's nothing wrong with you. They hear that word, it's not be a housewife and be a businesswoman. Like, yes, you can. You can wear both those
Yes,
hats.
you
So
can.
you could be my woman, you could be a housewife. And if you know a seed comes in out, a great mother, and no disrespect, you know, we all grown, and it be like a porn star. I be thinking that's what most men, that's what I want. You want all that shit wrapped up in one. You know what I'm saying? And in the women's defense, there's a lot of dudes is not even providers. Like niggas ain't men. Excuse me, men ain't really. I put it like this. I know a woman personally in my life, and every dude she has messed with, she told me this, has never showed her how to get money. Has never done anything with her that involves her growing financially, spiritually, or nothing. Once they come into her life, they just take,
Mm.
take, 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 take. But she allows it.
Mm-hmm.
She allows these men to come into her life and take, 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 take. So
That's
it's like,
deep.
you know what I'm saying? So
That's deep.
it's definitely a two-way street. This ain't on for me to be on here. I ain't trying to, rip the
No, of
women or the
course, and we
ladies, but
respect your
you know what I
view.
mean?
But you want to know something they was taking because she was giving. They was taken because she
She
was
was
giving.
giving.
So it's two ways to it. Like me, I was a over giver.
Me
You get
too.
what I'm
I had to
saying? Like
learn.
I had to
I had
learn.
to learn.
Like and see me giving is my love language. Like when I love you, I
Me
just
too.
pour. Like I just want to shower you and just appreciate you because I come from a different place of we are all on borrowed time.
Hmm.
And I want to take every moment to show you that I appreciate you in every way. So if I see something and I'm especially if I'm in love with you, like I'm
Hmm.
showering. You get what
As
I'm
you
saying?
should.
That's my love language.
Absolutely.
But I say that to get back to my point. I had to learn to stop over giving. And sometimes that comes from a place of trauma.
Yeah.
And that's real.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I had to heal that part of me and to understand, like, Tiff, like, take a step back, analyze yourself.
Hmm.
Why are you giving to someone who's not deserving of it?
For real.
What are you basing? Where is this coming from? So, he was taking because she was giving.
Giving. It's
Let me
toxic as
ask you
heck.
this. What advice would you give women from a male's point of view for dating in this season? Like what do we need to work on as women that you would say will be better on y'all good men, but what do we need to change about ourselves? What is your point of view of that?
Don't think a man that's making conversation with you is trying to hit. like sometimes like women
When you
be
say hit, that means like what?
to
Lay up
have
with
yeah,
someone?
like to
Oh,
have
have
sex.
sex?
Cause it'd be like
Okay.
sometimes it'd be like, damn.
Okay.
Like, and don't get me wrong. I'm a heterosexual man. I enjoy it, all that, and it be on my mind. But sometimes it'd be like, if you just be speaking to a woman,
Mhm.
it'll just all of a sudden, just instant guard up, and thinking that. So don't always think that man could be genuinely actually wanting to get to know you and the
Okay.
whole nine. So that's into each situation with an open mind. Like, don't always think that these niggas all the same. Niggas just
Okay,
want to hit.
so usually that's what they want to do though.
I know,
Like, let's
I
keep
know,
it
I
real.
know, I know, I know. You right,
Not
I know.
every man is like that, right? But usually that's what it's about.
You right. Okay, so look, let me use myself as an
Cuz
example.
that's what we're used to,
I'm used to.
right?
Yeah, nah, you're right. That's what I'm saying. I'm about to give an example. I'm used to. At one point in my life, I was used to just. I felt like every woman that showed me any interest, which had heard about whatever, was trying to get in my pocket.
In
This is
your
what I thought.
pockets.
And just like you said, for the most part, it used to be like that.
Right.
But I came across a few, and it wasn't like that at all. Wasn't impressed. They didn't care. They
Mhm.
just liked me and liked me genuinely. So it was like I had to learn how to the same advice I'm giving women. I had to learn to like, yo, Stone, they all ain't chasing.
Yeah, like
They all
everybody,
ain't
every woman out here is
exactly.
not for a man bag. Yes,
Exactly.
in all honesty, we want you to be doing good. Yeah, we want you to do whatever you need to do. We want you to have a job.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay? And I can't speak for every woman. I can only speak for myself. I just need you to have a job and be willing to work. That's it, and be willing to build. And
Absolutely.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to be what,
Initiative.
yeah, like, come on, let's get
Have
this
that
money
hustle in you.
together.
That's what I
Okay?
love. I
I'm
love a
not
woman
I'm
that
not
be
materialistic. I love luxury.
mm,
Let's make that very clear. I don't
mm.
base my life upon
For
I
real.
gotta have this, I gotta have that. Now, here's another thing. If that works for you, that works for you.
Hmm.
Right?
Hmm.
But I'm coming from a place of the character of the man
Yeah.
is more valuable
Absolutely.
than mansions
Yo,
and fast cars or living the life. You get what I'm saying? What is your
if
character?
you run across a man
And
that
that's
love you,
enough.
like yo,
That's enough for
that's it
me.
for real. If
Like,
you run
of
across a
course I would want to be attractive to him. The sexual chemistry has to be
they
off the
off the
chart
chart,
because let's
absolutely.
be real, that's important too.
It definitely is.
I have a whole list that I wrote,
People
guys.
downplay that shit a
And
lot.
that's on it. And we're not gonna downplay lust. We're
Man, like
not.
I
That's
don't,
important in a relationship
especially yeah, when you at a
because
certain
I'm not
age.
settling.
Yeah, now you better not. And for people
I'm
that
not doing
have
it.
done that, and I've been in situations where I've tried to look past things on a sexual nature, thinking like, oh, I'm being selfish, I'm being shallow, but the shit didn't work. It didn't
It
work
can't
because of
be
that.
based upon that. Like, it has to be balanced in every
Yeah,
area. However, you're not gonna get everything on your list, right? But
yeah,
I pray
that's
to
true.
God I do.
That's true. Yo, put it like this.
I
I got some.
pray
I'm sure we all got some
and I pray
non-negotiables, and we got some ones that's on the list, but it's
because that's major.
negotiable. You know what I'm saying? So, and that to me is one of the non-negotiables. I tried, Tip. I tried. Put it like this, y'all. I tried to be in a relationship with a woman who mentally we were so in tune and in sync, and physically, I guess I might have been her type to a certain extent, but physically, for me, I overlooked some things because of the mental chemistry. Moved in with her and it didn't fucking work. It
Wow.
didn't work.
That's a letdown.
Yeah, I had to force it was like a chore.
Yeah, that's a
And it's
letdown.
like, you know what I'm saying? So I tried it, y'all. So I wouldn't recommend that to anyone.
A lot of people be needing places to stay.
Yeah.
And
They
a lot of people be needing places to stay. They are not in love with these people. They need a place to stay, and the
mm-hmm,
women need to be taken care
taken care of.
of. And just to say they have a man, my man, my man. There, people are
That shit is
not. It's
sickening.
it's it's all about stability and what can you do for me in this day and age. And I just want us to get back to that 90s type of love.
Yeah,
What's another one we need to change?
yo, men, the whole provider and protector role is definitely us, but don't be fooled thinking what I was saying earlier as far as that, like, we got everything under control at all times. Like you got some men who've been raised to never try to show no weakness, no fear, never shed no tears in front of you. So you might have one of them type of men, and just because his face look a certain way and everything under control, I got this. I would feel like if you know your man enough, you would be able to read the body language and his energy and know this nigga lying. Everything is not what it is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
This is another good question. Do you think it's hard for black men to show emotion?
Absolutely.
Why is that? Why is it so hard for black men to show emotions?
Um, I'm gonna say for me, I think that it's well, some of these places I've been, like it's like you just don't want to be overly emotional. Kind of show weak. Well, I think a lot of men feel like it show weakness.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying, and that we're not supposed to be overly emotional. It's supposed to be a balance in the women. And it's crazy. I know it's crazy to think. And look, and that's where the shit fucks up at because you got men trying to do all this and carry this whole load, and then niggas end up cracking
Right.
and break.
Right.
And that could cause all
And
type
that
of
can cause and that is mental illness.
absolutely. And then he could take his anger and rage and frustration out on whoever's closest to him. Absolutely.
That's
I done
deep.
been in the building. I seen niggas lock in a room or go into the shower and turn the water on to cry
Yeah.
because it's like they feel as though it's weak. It's like
Yeah.
that song, Music Soul Child. I was raised as a man to never cry. Like he said it in the song. I mean, so it's like, so I would definitely just recommend for a woman to like, if you get that vibe and you feel like something ain't right with your guy, no, most likely you're right.
Right. I think you're absolutely right. I think male children have been taught at a young
Mm-hmm.
age not to show emotion because if you do show emotion, that is a sign of weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Like fathers would tell their
Tell the
sons,
sons,
tough it up.
yeah,
What
stop
do you do?
crying.
Stop crying. Put your
Yeah.
muscles on. But it's also is healthy to show emotions.